Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll change the look. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Richardson going right to the air. On the RP, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
Richardson looking to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
18, 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Stretch. Stretch the Eagles.
Richardson going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. He had to fight that time. Ran through. One tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside.
Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and yard.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Thompson Robinson. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Thompson Robinson here from the gun. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a yard. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Sixty Bison. 60 Bison. 2.
Achane gets it from the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
On the jump.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Richardson going to change the play here. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ready? 65. 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now Richardson. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught. Smith. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid stiff arm. And it's a pretty good return here as we'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
3rd down and 1. Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Adetomiwa Adebawore there for the defense. 2nd and 9. Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Give here to Hampton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A run. Here's Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Right back to Achane on second down. Getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Come on. 49-yard line. 70. Come next, Warriors. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Richardson. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted by the Chargers. They'll take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Okay, ready?
On first down, it's Hampton. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Third down from the gun, Thompson Robinson. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Thompson Robinson now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
To throw his DTR. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Check smash, check smash. Ready.
Going for it. Thompson Robinson. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Chargers 10. Jason Sanders.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this out to the 34-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson now. He'll check this one down to Hampton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Thompson Robinson now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six